Did Michael Jordan just end the GOAT debate once and for all? The basketball world is buzzing after a statement from MJ himself. And trust me, it's a direct shot at LeBron James's legacy. It's not about rings, it's not about stats, it's about one simple, devastating idea. Let's break down exactly what Jordan said, why it hits so hard, and what it means for the eternal argument of who is the greatest of all time. So, what was the statement? In a recent interview, Jordan was asked a familiar question about the GOAT debate, but his answer this time was different. He said, "When I played, my one and only goal was to win championships for Chicago. I never thought about going somewhere else to team up with my rivals. My mindset was to beat them, not to join them." He didn't say LeBron's name. He didn't have to. Everyone knew exactly who he was talking about. This wasn't just an off-the-cuff remark. It was a carefully worded critique of the modern NBA era. An era defined by player movement and the formation of super temsa trend that LeBron James undeniably pioneered in the modern age. Let's rewind the clock. In 2010, LeBron famously made the decision to leave Cleveland and join Dwyane Wade and Chris Bosh in Miami. This move sent shockwaves through the league. It was unprecedented. A player of LeBron's magnitude in his prime, leaving his hometown team to join two other superstars. They promised not one, not two, not three championships. They ended up winning two. But the move itself changed the NBA's landscape forever. It ushered in the player empowerment era, where stars dictate their own futures. For his part, LeBron has always defended his decision. He's talked about taking control of his career, about wanting to play with his friends, and about the immense pressure he faced in Cleveland to win a title single-handedly. And you can't argue with his success. He's won 4 championships with 3 different teams. It's an incredible accomplishment that showcases his adaptability and longevity. Now, contrast that with Michael Jordan's career path. Jordan was drafted by the Chicago Bulls, a team that was, frankly, a mess. For years, he battled legendary teams like Larry Bird's Celtics and the bad boy Detroit Pistons. He didn't just lose to them, he got physically beaten down by them. The Pistons had the Jordan rules, a defensive strategy specifically designed to stop him at all costs. Did MJ call up Magic Johnson or Larry Bird and say, "Hey, let's team up and dominate"? Absolutely not. His response was to get in the gym, get stronger, and work with his team to overcome that obstacle. He stayed in Chicago. He trusted the process. He built a dynasty from the ground up alongside Scottie Pippen, who was drafted by the Bulls, and later Dennis Rodman. His entire legacy is tied to one city, one team. He faced his rivals head-on and vanquished them. That narrative of loyalty, of overcoming adversity without taking a shortcut, is incredibly powerful. It's the hero's journey. And that's the core of Jordan's statement. He's not just talking about basketball. He's talking about a fundamental difference in competitive philosophy. Jordan's philosophy was, "I am the baddest man on the planet, and I will prove it by beating all the other bad men." It's an alpha dog mentality, a conqueror's mindset. LeBron's philosophy, at least as perceived through his career moves, has been more pragmatic. The goal is to win championships, and I will position myself in the best possible situation to achieve that. It's a strategic, CEO-like approach to career management. Both are valid paths to success, but they appeal to very different sensibilities. This is where the debate gets spicy. Jordan's fans will say, "See, MJ never ran from the grind. He built his own empire instead of joining another." They see LeBron's moves to Miami, back to Cleveland with Kyrie and Love, and then to Los Angeles with Anthony Davis as a form of super team hopping. They argue that Jordan's 6 championships, all with the Bulls, all in a more physical and arguably more competitive era, are inherently more valuable. They'll point to the fact that MJ never lost in the NBA Finals, a perfect 6-4-6 record that seems untouchable. In their eyes, Jordan's path was harder, purer, and therefore more deserving of the GOAT title. On the other hand, LeBron supporters have a powerful counter-argument. They'll say that Jordan's critique is a product of his time. The league is different now. The business of basketball is different. Player empowerment is a good thing, giving athletes control over their lives and careers. They argued that LeBron didn't have a Scottie Pippen-level talent fall into his lap in his first stint in Cleveland. He carried a far weaker supporting cast for years. What was he supposed to do? Waste his entire prime trying to win with a front office that couldn't build a proper team around him? Furthermore, they'll point to LeBron's incredible statistical dominance over a staggering 21 seasons. The scoring title, the all-time assists, the longevity is a resume that is, in many ways, more complete than Jordan's. Winning titles with 3 different franchises, they'd argue, is a greater feat of leadership and adaptability than staying in one perfect situation. So, who's right? That's the million-dollar question. Jordan's statement brilliantly weaponizes nostalgia and a specific idea of what a competitor should be. It taps into that old-school belief in loyalty and facing your enemies head-on. For a whole generation of fans who grew up watching MJ, this is the gospel. It reinforces everything they already believed about his unparalleled competitive fire. But for a younger generation that has grown up in the player empowerment era, LeBron's journey is just as valid, if not more so. They see a player who understood the business, took control of his destiny, and achieved greatness on his own terms across multiple organizations. They see a different, more modern kind of greatness. Ultimately, Jordan's statement doesn't definitively destroy LeBron's legacy, but it perfectly highlights the fundamental philosophical crack that divides the two camps in the GOAT debate. It's a clash of eras, a clash of mentalities. Are you a Jordan purist who values conquering your rivals? Or are you a LeBron realist who values strategic team building and career management? It forces us to ask what we value more: the romantic ideal of the lone warrior who builds an empire, or the pragmatic modern athlete who assembles an army? Michael Jordan just threw a grenade into the conversation, and it's not about who has more points or rings. It's about how you get them. And that might be a question that never truly gets answered. What do you guys think? Did Jordan have a point, or is he just an old-timer criticizing a game that's passed him by? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I read every single one. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the biggest debates in sports. Thanks for watching.